Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Nort, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I have some really exciting information to share with you guys because I have broken down the brand new Finance and Felony DLC trailer which Rockstar Games just posted out a few hours ago. This video did take a very long time to make, and I've been using suggestions from both you guys and what I've seen in this trailer, so if you guys are hyped for this DLC, be sure to show that by smashing the like button. Let's see how many of you guys are excited for this DLC. But without wasting any more time, let's get into this trailer. I'm going to be pausing it frame by frame when I see something and when I want to explain it. So starting things off, this is the first warehouse we can see. They are escorting the mule with the contraband into the warehouse, and this of course is the warehouse with the contraband in it. We have human organs, we have televisions, we have drugs, we have ammunition from Merryweather, loads and loads of things, exactly what you would expect from contraband. And we also have loads and loads of new clothing items and what looks like hairstyles as well. You guys can see them in this image. Just a brief look into the clothing items. Here is another short clip of the contraband you can get. It looks pretty insane. There's a lot of stuff. Now moving on to the next image, this is actually the CEO with 3 of his bodyguards on a mission. Now loads of people were questioning whether the CEO would go with his bodyguards. Obviously they do, because this is actually one of the first missions which allow you to disrupt rival supply chains. So as you can see, we're going after the logger van, who obviously have contraband, who we are now raiding. We're now taking out the enemies, taking the contraband for ourselves. I did a bit of touching down on the vehicles, explaining which new vehicles were introduced. So if you guys want to go and check out that video, I'll leave a link in the description below. Here is one of the new offices up at Maze Bank, and something interesting I noticed is that taking a look at this table on the meeting, these dots are all warehouses, but there's one green dot. You can see this dot right here. Now this green dot got my attention because I noticed a bit later on in the trailer that dot wasn't there, so I'll touch on that in just a minute. So after this meeting is settled, the assistant will obviously get in touch with you guys. Fun fact, you're paying her every single hour, so she's probably going to cost you a lot of money, but she looks like the Lester of this thing. She will give you the missions whenever something comes up. But going into this image, this is where I noticed the green dot wasn't there. This is actually now a red dot. If you take a look at the image on this office, which is one of the new offices you can get, you will notice there is no green dot. The green dot is actually a red dot, which you can see here. Now what I believe is that all of these things are warehouses, and you can choose which one to go for first, and it looks like they've just completed a raid on that one warehouse, hence why it's green. And it also mentions later on how you complete hostile takeover missions one by one at a time, so it looks like the assistant is going to hook you up whenever something happens or whenever they're moving contraband, and you have to go and raid it whilst it's being moved. This is also something pretty cool. It looks like you can spawn helicopters on top of the Maze Bank and other buildings around Los Santos as well. Maybe some new animations as well, just taking a look at the bodyguards, the way they're standing, the animations they are doing. And of course, here is the brand new Chrome Swift. And as you can see, one hostile takeover at a time, so going back to the red dots and the green dots, it looks like the assistant will let you know whenever each warehouse is moving contraband, so you guys can go and steal it when it's being moved, hence why there's a green dot instead of a red dot. Anyway guys, I would love to know your thoughts about that down in the comments below. And one of the biggest surprises in this trailer is the brand new tugboat, plus new VIP jobs, challenges, and more, so you guys can expect other things alongside this DLC. But the tugboat, it looks amazing. This is one of the raids you can do with the armored vehicles. Here is an assassination mission. Who expected them? Assassination missions in GTA Online in this DLC, absolutely crazy. It looks like these missions can get you a lot of money as well. Just taking a look at the next scene, here is a vault filled with money. Like, there's going to be a lot of money in this DLC. Rockstar Games emphasize how much money you can make with this DLC, so it looks like there's going to be a lot of money to be made with this DLC. Something else interesting is that there's new clips which you can apply onto your guns. The PDW has a new magazine, alongside this rifle, which also has the drum barrel magazine kind of thing. It doesn't look like we've got any new guns, it just looks like we've got new magazines for some reason. And of course, we have the red cargo bob. The possibility of being able to customize Pegasus vehicles is there, or at least the possibility of being able to buy the cargo bob, which is something we can't already do in online for some whatever reason. So maybe we can buy the cargo bob or customize Pegasus vehicles. The possibility is out there. And just as I was ending this video, someone named Merryweather SF on Twitter actually tweeted me this image, and it's a very interesting image because it shows the Titan being escorted by everyone in the organization. So maybe we might be able to open down the back of the Titan. It looks like we can put drugs in the back of it. It looks like we're using it to smuggle contraband. How cool would that be if you could open the back of a Titan and put drugs inside it? It looks amazing. There's so many amazing details inside here. I covered on as many of them as I possibly could, but this DLC is going to be crazy. If you guys have spotted anything in this trailer which I have not yet spotted, please let me know down in the comments section below. It looks like all of the offices are going to be around certain towers around Los Santos. Something else which I want to briefly explain is how I believe this works, because when we got a few images, there was a bit of doubt on whether the CEO would actually go along with the bodyguards in your organization. And judging from this trailer, it pretty much confirms that the CEO is going to be just as much involved in these missions as the bodyguards. Pretty much every single mission I've seen involves 4 people, which means the CEO and the 3 bodyguards, of course, in your VIP organization. That will all stay the same. You can have 3 bodyguards, 1 CEO, apart from there's going to be all of these amazing missions. Now, I believe the personal assistant, as I said earlier, is going to phone you at certain points around the day, saying this person is moving their contraband, this person is moving their contraband, because what I have seen in this trailer is just surprise attacks on people with contraband that they're about to move, because you can see the logger at the start getting ready to go off and move their contraband. You can see the container being picked up by the red cargo bob. Of course, they're getting ready to ship their contraband. Almost every single thing I've seen in this trailer seems to involve us busting a contraband movement. And also taking a look at some of the images as well, it looks like we're busting a contraband movement. So by the looks of things, I think all of these red dots are certain warehouses where contraband is held. Once a dot becomes green, or once the personal assistant finds out that the contraband is being moved by your rival enemies, you can then sweep in and ambush them and take their contraband and secure it at your warehouse. So that is just my opinion on how this works. I think it's a very good theory as well. And then the CEO can, of course, store the contraband in their warehouse and sell it whenever they believe is a good time to sell it. Now, of course, Rockstar Games did mention that contraband can be stolen from you. People can go to your warehouses, people can take your contraband. I'm not entirely sure how that is going to work. I don't think it's going to be too aggressive. I think Rockstar Games are going to let you have a chance to at least sell your contraband, but of course there is the chance you can lose it in raids against you. But it looks like all of this stuff is done against NPCs and the computer. It doesn't look like one-on-one battles. In the game, in free mode sessions, there's probably going to be new VIP jobs and challenges, as they said, which is going to be against other organizations and other players in your lobby. But in terms of actual finance and felony moving contraband, it looks like it's going to be separate missions, and it looks like there's a lot of them as well, which I can't wait to play and get my hands on. Now, there's a reason why I didn't discuss all of the vehicles in this video, because I did actually do a video about an hour ago discussing every single vehicle I noticed in the DLC trailer. I saw 10 plus vehicles. I believe it was about 11 vehicles I noticed, which are going to be introduced into GTA Online when this DLC does come out. I think there's going to be a maximum of 14 vehicles. Possible 14, definitely 11. The only reason why I'm saying there could be 14 is because some of the armored variants might have their own normal variant, which is something Rockstar Games have been known to do. For example, when Rockstar Games released the Executives and Other Criminals DLC, they of course gave us a non-armored and an armored version of a vehicle. But nonetheless, this DLC is going to be crazy. I can't wait to get my hands on it. If you guys saw something which I didn't, be sure to let me know in the comments section below. Smash the like button if you are hyped for this DLC. I'm going to play the trailer so you guys can watch it through again if you guys haven't seen it already, or if you guys have seen it 10 times already and want to see it again. This is going to be an amazing DLC. I'm so hyped for it. Subscribe for more content just like this. My name is Nort, and I will see you guys next time.
I'm just a wind in the mist, speed lines. Got your head in a twist, I'm in a motion. What kind of magic is this? You think you're hot-ish? You just a name on the list. I crossed you out, kid. I did it quick as a whip, and you're gone. All at the flick of a wrist, I'm in a motion. And you don't.
I'm being paid by the hour, right?
Can't believe you got the look